Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I am
and welcome.
Amabel.
Sorry, didn't mean to step on that. And welcome back to Thief Deadly Shadows, where today everything's gonna not crash totally all of the time. My computer is a little bit haunted, and everything is a little crashy. I feel like it's not fair to blame the program entirely, but also there sure are some things about this that I wish were different. I have dialed up the brightness a bit. I am
Yeah.
not 100% positive how effective it was, but we'll see. In any case, here we are about to release this guy who seems to be some kind of creature from the Black Lagoon, man.
Yeah. Have you seen Creature from the Black Lagoon?
I have not, but I sure have seen, the creature.
Yeah.
So it is fair to say that yes, I have seen the creature from the Black Lagoon, but I certainly have not seen the creature from the Black Lagoon. This feels like not at all what we were sent here to do.
It is. Thank you, sneaky human.
Yeah,
Gold.
Oh, was I asleep? What was that?
The second time around, thank you, Sneaky Human is very good.
I think that guard's coming over here. I'm gonna be ready to stab him to death, basically.
Ready? I'm awake. What's going on?
Nope, it sounds like he's just wandering around and complaining and not coming after us at all.
Is there anything in that room? Wasn't there supposed to be something in the room that this?
I leaned out of the. Okay,
Have you ever seen a hammer in battle?
hold on.
Really, really strong. No, I ain't. My point is, this should
No.
be a finished job.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hello? Is that you, Smithy? Come chat a while so I don't fall asleep.
Well, the bad news is I'm no longer able to crouch or anything, or indeed take actions. The good news is new map acquired.
Okay.
Kershock Citadel? I think that's the new map. Pretty sure we didn't have that before.
Yeah.
This is not related to our current. Our current job is just to sell the opal, right?
Yeah.
Did we have this before?
Yeah. So we picked that up. There were a couple people talking about a church job.
Right. Okay.
I understand forgetting because we haven't done this for a while. Haven't done this all year.
All right. The thing I like most about that joke is that this is the last time you'll be able to use it. She loves that shit. All January long, I am hearing, oh, can we go to the movies? We haven't been to the movies all year. Just everything. She gets it for everything. She's very thorough. If there's one thing I can say about Amabel's sense of humor, it's that it is very thorough.
Give me the map then. I'll go alone.
Okay, at some point I got my ability to move my body back. I'm not sure what causes the stuck in the jump animation bug, and I'm also not sure what ends it. So that's fun. That's a fun set of
Surprise 'em.
circumstances.
They'll never know it hit them.
Where's my water arrows? I feel like it's worth it to.
See, as far as my sense of humor goes, like, I learned that if I don't make people laugh, I can get negative attention by exhausting them, and that's almost as good.
Like I can't get one again real easy, even if they do. Anyhow, ladies
Okay.
gotta protect yourself, right?
You can delete those bones?
Oh, we're gonna delete some bones.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh.
Y'all heard that he consented. It was after I hit him, but he did consent. Reward offered. Wanted for theft and assault. Well, I suppose I walked right into that. Oh, hello. This lady's glowing all over the place. But I can't take her stuff. Maybe I have to be like really, really close. There we go. Yeah, these two people are the ones talking about the job. That's right.
Oh no, where's that purse of mine?
Oh, that's a nice bed.
Garrett
Hello
keeps,
there.
Garrett keeps lofting the blackjack, and I really wish he wouldn't. It makes us look so suspicious. I will say, it feels very clumsy. Like, it's so... He's so rigid between states, and I can't change states, like, while moving forward. Like, I'm hitting crouch right now, and he just won't. I have to come to a full stop, then hit crouch, and it's just... Ugh.
No one appreciates. What would they do without me?
It feels bad. It's just, it feels bad to move around as Garrett. Cool. Source of water. Love that shit.
So you would say if you had like a tier list of moving around as Garrett, like I'm assuming Thief 2 is at the top.
Yeah, absolutely, without question.
Then Thief 1, then Thief 3, or what's the?
At this point, yes. At this point, I would take Thief 1 over Thief 3 for sure.
Wow.
What is this place? Do we know this? Because it has the I'm a crime spot red hand on it.
Yeah.
Are we still on this map? This is the church. This is the red hand that we're at now then, right? We're in the alley behind the church.
Garrett, I can't believe it's you in my store. Let me know if you need help finding anything. I'm Marla Madison. Used to be a thief myself. Maybe you heard of me, or... but you probably just want to shop. You hear about that feller they found dead?
I don't like this at all.
I say feller, but all that was left was some bones and a bit of gore. Never mind. You don't want to hear that stuff. Looking for something special today? Let me know, Garrett. Hey, ever think of having a partner?
She's
Someone
so
to keep a
chatty.
lookout while you're picking a lock, that sort of thing. I have some thieving experience, and you just want to shop, I bet.
I really do. I really want you to stop
Someone
talking.
Told me your place is
Okay.
over.
All right, I'm out of here.
I like how she goes from one clip immediately to another.
Yeah.
It's a real like Flame Hyanard stuff going on.
Which is a reference I really get deep in my heart, because when I'm in there, all I can think is I want to burn this place to the ground.
Well, looky. You must be Garrett.
I will do this, yes.
Somehow, this is a damn fine opal. One of a kind. I bet it came from one of those old noble houses. Am I right? Never mind. It ain't my business how you came to have it. Ooh,
Yeah, that's like the number one part of being a fence.
here. A gentleman left this letter for you. Don't you worry. I didn't read it. It ain't my business, is it?
She kind of like slid into an Amy Archer thing in the back half of those lines. Like, the first part was from the first recording session, and then when she showed up for the second one, she was like, hey, listen, I got a lot of ideas for my character.
Okay, so yeah, it's definitely like character from the 1920s vibe, like gun mall.
Yeah, but it wasn't so much right away, right? Like, it became more and
no,
more.
it became more of that. Also, I don't know who Amy Archer is.
I'm making reference to the same kind of character you are. Okay, Garrett, we must speak with you. Tersis Courtyard in Stone Market Plaza, Keeper Artemis. I love the keepers. Tersis Courtyard is over there, across the loading zone, sadly. I guess actually I want to go this way though, right? The thing is, I kind of want to buy health potions, but I don't want to get sexually harassed by this woman anymore.
Yeah.
Is there both of them were weirdly like, ooh, Garrett, you're so big and strong, and I'm so excited to have you around. And I don't know, I guess, like at the time, this is a really bad time in video gaming,
Okay.
for that sort of thing. Just like a lot of assumptions that the only person playing your game would be a horny 13-year-old. For example, you know, we were watching some footage from the Wolfenstein game that came out around this time the other day, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which is a phenomenal game.
Yourself a job and stop skulking about, you loafer.
All right, it's mine. She called me a loafer.
Yeah, especially if you like kicking things to the explode.
Say, Garrett.
Hold on, I'm gonna
you
buy
gotta
these real
sign-
quick.
Could you sign something for a friend of mine? Sort of an autograph kind of thing? Her name's Marla, too. Just by coincidence.
Jesus Christ.
She's just wild about me actually knowing you, but you're busy right now.
Fucking horrible. Truly horrible. I would feel so much more comfortable with that. Well, the point that I was making with that Wolfenstein thing is like halfway through the game, all of a sudden these like Ilsa, she-wolf of the SS, latex-clad dominatrix enemies start showing up, and it's just like you're liable to roll your eyes so hard that you sprain something if you play that game as anyone other than a horny 13-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I gotta get this actually rebroadcasting
Yeah.
here. Sorry. Okay, there we go.
Yep, and then it's gonna...
Evening.
And like, I want to believe that it's supposed to be that the cringe is intentional, that they want you to do that, but
I mean, in this case with that lady, in this game, it feels... It's beyond parody. Right? So maybe it's supposed to be a funny
yeah,
commentary on it. And
maybe.
Do not follow her to a second location.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is that I can't tell, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna do a thing and it's supposed to come off as like satire like that, you gotta make it clear. So this is a symbol that just means shop, right? Nope, I guess it doesn't. That door's not available to me. Because that's what was hanging above the doorway with that we were just in with the lady.
But I saw something
You saw nothing.
there after all.
I will absolutely just blackjack every guard in this city if I have to. Probably a good idea to quick save occasionally, though.
Yeah. I wonder if and how the loading zones would influence, like, the mission design.
Saul.
Because you wouldn't want a mission or a series of objectives where you're constantly crossing loading zones back and forth, right?
Right, yeah, you'd wanna design stuff so that as much of the mission is in one chunk as possible.
So we'll see how it goes as we go along, but
There are an awful lot of reward posters up with my face on them, and I have to say, like, I very much appreciate how few people have an interest in trying to turn me in.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Is that going to stop me from robbing them all? No, apparently not. I'm pickpocketing everybody I can, but what's happening here? Well, can I get?
You fight like a thief. I see.
He got me.
You're in
Sick
trouble
burn.
now.
Ah, where'd I go? Where'd I go? Where am I though? He doesn't know where I am.
Why you can't?
He definitely knows where I am.
On fire.
Aha!
Someone get
But have you considered this?
yours.
Ow.
Someone. Ow. Where are you? Is it?
Okay, well I did just kill a cop in broad daylight there, so probably broad nightlight.
I won't hurt you.
Good job.
I promise.
Yeah, no, I know you won't.
Who? Wait there. I'll be right back with some help.
Shit. Garrett has a complicated relationship with the people of this town. We're in the area, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Here's a spooky gargoyle. That's the gargoyle, right?
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good,
I saw that, Taffer. Someone's in the court.
I don't like being followed. Cryptic notes, secret meetings. Haven't you keepers outgrown this stuff yet?
It was not our intention to be.
cryptic.
What was your intention? Don't I have friends on the Keeper Council anymore?
More than you know. Garrett, may I speak?
Sure. Talk.
The Keeper Council has agreed to allow you access to the prophecies as they are read by our interpreter, Keeper Kataka.
Well, that's Keeper talk for something bad has happened and now we want your help. Right?
But there is something they require of you first.
Go on.
2 objects, one with the Hammerites, the other with the pagans. They are unusual. We wish to study them further. We need you to acquire them for us.
You mean steal them? Are you sure these are the only hoops your Keeper friends need me to jump through before I'm allowed to hear the prophecies?
It's true that through this you will have proven that you are trustworthy. None of this is my choice.
I'll get you the trinkets. You just make sure your Keeper buddies come through on their end of the bargain.
I will. Garrett? Garrett.
You watched him fully walk away. We all saw that happen. So 2 big problems I have with that. First of all, the cinematic implied that it should have played right as we walked up to the statue rather than as we tried to walk away in a different direction. So
Yeah.
the triggering for that's very goofy. And secondly, the distortion effect they used on the wings of the gargoyle to suggest movement, it looked very bad. I kind of wonder how crunched the development of this game was. Because I know that this studio did also go out of business.
Yeah.
Right after this game was produced. So anyway, we have to go steal a chalice in St. Edgar's Church. Thankfully, we know a thing or two about that. And also the Jacknall's Paw. There's some secret tunnels beneath the South Quarter well. We believe the paw to be down there somewhere. Meet back at the Terraces courtyard in 2 nights. Okay. Ah! What the?
To your grave.
The fuck?
That was some fight.
That guy ran all the way up on me while we were reading. Let's go ahead and load quick save 2 there. He was upon us to a degree that I am not used to getting jumped by a degree by which whatever, you know what I'm saying. All right, that part's still solid. I dig that part of the plan.
Okay.
All right, so we can get into the courtyard very easily by going this way instead of doing the whole Keystone Cops routine. Ah, crap.
In the street.
But that guy was just like right around that corner. That said, he definitely didn't see me come over here.
Hey, where'd you go?
I'm hoping we don't have to knife fight him. Because we're not very good at it.
That won't go well, no. I definitely miss the old... I know I've said this before, and being like a crabby old person after the fact, but I definitely miss the old style of mixed media cinematics with, like, getting to read from the annals and my...
Annals, sweetie, annals.
Okay. Getting to read from them in my very convincing reading voice.
Yeah, this has a lot less charm for sure.
And I guess I get it, because I think that charm probably is something that some people don't respond to as well. You know, they don't find those things charming.
Yeah, and like the offset, right, is that is a thing that appeared at the time much more modern, and it no longer has that benefit because it doesn't look modern at all.
Okay, can we skip the cinematic or?
Yep. Yeah.
All right,
we're good.
cool.
We're good. Okay. So, what is this new restriction? You're working with the keepers. Don't attack them or get caught doing anything that will cause them to attack you. I suppose that makes sense. I don't even know where there are keepers around here, so I'd be hard pressed to do that anyway.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is just a blind alley. Okay, so we know where the church is, and it's not terribly far. I suppose let's head in that direction. I'm being pretty cavalier with our movement here because I think I've knocked out all the guards that are relevant in this area. All right, let's just run back across the exact same loading barrier. It does kind of suck a little bit. Like, I get why they did it this way. Because they want you to, when you receive the order to go to St. Edgar's, they want you to have that moment of, oh, I know where that is. Like, you're getting to feel Garrett's familiarity with the city. But it also totally sucks that they told you to go 10 feet from St. Edgar's, then across town, then back.
Yeah.
That could be more fun. And also fewer trips across the loading barrier.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the OBS will catch up to this any moment. There we go. All right, so this map of St. Edgar's that we have, it's not a very good map, is it? It's not like the most useful thing we've ever seen. All right, our objective here is just steal the chalice. We don't really know anything else about the deal. Okay. I think I'm fine with that. Did we... This is where the break between episodes is going to play against me a little bit. Had they said anything about a secret entrance? Because are we supposed to know a different way in?
I don't remember there being a different way in that was mentioned.
Must not have been anything.
I can't remember their conversation at all, really. Perhaps I should have gone back and watched it. Oh, that's another guard.
What? Is it just me, or did you hear that too?
I was gonna jump that dude, but never mind. You know what? Let's just go into the church.
St. Edgar's Church. This is where the Hammerite fanatics keep the chalice, a so-called holy relic. It's what the keepers are asking me to steal if I want to see their prophecies for myself. The chalice might not be worth much on the street, but every Hammer church has a nice pile of wealth stashed away. No reason not to fill my pockets while I'm here. This particular temple holds the crypt of some long-ago Hammerite hero, St. Edgar. Today was his holy day, so there's an all-night service. That might work in my favor if they're all sitting down praying, instead of looking for sinners to smite. Chances are they'll have anything they think is holy locked up pretty tight. I'll have to make sure they don't do the same to me. I'm not interested in the Hammerite brand of justice.
Yeah, my experience with the Hammerite brand of justice is that it does not involve getting locked up so much as getting beaten to death with a hammer.
You know what else these mission briefings are lacking?
What's that?
Is that music?
Yeah, okay.
You know? I forget what kind of music that is. You told me what it was called before, but I don't
It would have seemed horribly dated by this point, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
All right, find and steal the Builder's Chalice. We don't actually have any other objectives, but, you know, obviously we need cash real bad.
St. Edgar's Church.
Sorry, I had to click the start button. Well, there you go. That feels very much like an old style
Yeah.
cutscene.
Yeah.
It didn't quite have the shadow play, but aside from that,
No, it was kind of neat.
okay. Sorry, getting this shared across here.
Oh, is your health back? Well, that's neat that they do that.
Okay, so we came in front courtyard. So this way to the left here goes into the church proper. The high priest's chambers are just like words printed at the top right of the paper, not really drawn anywhere. We'll figure it out.
I am assuming the object itself will probably be in the reliquary.
I mean, we're probably going to end up checking basically every room in the place because we need money very desperately. All right, I think we can snap this dude, but I am going to wait for the patrol. So in general, guards are much better at fighting relative to what Garrett is able to put out here.
Yeah, I think.
What do you reckon for the Hammerites? Are we expecting them to be much tougher than a guard?
Probably. They probably got some good swing with the hammer.
Yeah, but they're basically just like religious guys, right? Like they have a big hammer because the hammer is the symbol of their religion. Not because they're like martial experts.
For me? And didst the man say, no, I do not wish.
Yeah.
And thus did the builder slay the man.
I mean, they're pretty good with the hammer previously, though, is what I'm saying in the previous games.
See, somewhat counter to that, as the person who's actually fighting them, they fought exactly the same way as everybody else because everybody else fought in exactly the same way in the previous games. The only thing that was different was the speed with which they attacked, which is the only like danger factor, and that's what makes the hammer haunts so unbelievably terrifying to everyone, equally and universally.
Have I apologized about that yet?
Not enough.
Twill be found. Yes, twill be found.
Oh, Twill. Twill, for sure.
I like that when you delete their bones, the hammer falls off.
The hammer is magnetized to the bones.
Yeah. Sweetheart.
Sweetie, I'm not actually upset. I'm sorry.
From
I'm
the
playing
bottom of my heart, I am sincerely sorry for when I said that when I was a kid, I was also afraid of Spirit Halloween.
Something about this apology feels, I don't know. Here's something. I really like the way they've chosen to put a wobble on the light coming off of the fires. Cause those like spooky dynamic shadows. That's a really rad effect.
That's good. Yeah. A lot of the lighting stuff's real neat.
Yeah, for sure. What have we here? Just some coins in a bowl. Given as an offering in front of a statue that we can just barely see. It is really not lit. This statue, and indeed much of the Hammerite religion, are basically the opposite of Sluggo. That's a fun reference.
That's a fun reference.
That's a fun reference for those of us who listen. I don't even want viewers who don't read Nancy. Okay, let me just establish that right now. That's a joke. Please don't stop watching.
Oh gosh. You know what I haven't done in like a year? This is gonna sound really weird to you, sweetheart.
Okay, what is it?
I haven't read Mary Worth in like a year.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Do you want to tell your big Mary Worth story while I slowly sneak around here?
Which big Mary Worth? There was a point in time when I was on Twitter that I was live tweeting Mary Worth, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay. It was during the thing where it looked like Wilbur was going to die.
Yeah.
Then he survived. He's very angry about that.
Yes?
This guy agrees.
The last time I checked, I had heard tell that a current Merryweather storyline was about protests against the police, and it did not sound like a thing I would enjoy reading, the way they were handling it, so.
Grant me thy strength for mine arm, to smite thy enemies in thy name, and for thy purpose.
Builder, grant me protection from the evil of the trickster, from the malice of those who would follow him in their dark forest.
So shall the Master Builder keep and watch over us. So shall his forge scorch the unrighteous and burn away all that which is impure and of the earth. So shall his blessed servant Saint Edgar serve as the messenger to his power. Praise to thee, Lord Builder, and praise to thee, Saint Edgar, thou who didst drink from the chalice and cleanse the land of unworthy in thy righteousness.
As thou hast directed, Master Forger Gredus, mine brethren shall summon thee as they retire from their works.
'Tis well, but make sure 'tis done in a timely fashion. Last month, several brethren sounded the bell far too late in the eve.
If I spy any brother late at his work, shalt I then tell him he needs must receive thy blessing, and tarry no longer?
Oh yeah, was there information in that?
I guess.
If the high priest hears the church bell, he will leave his room and go to the church to bestow a blessing. Okay. So 2 things I'm thinking right now. 3 things.
Yeah.
First of all, this is like a weirdly attended cultural event. Okay, you're underselling. You're just like, oh, I was tweeting. But like, there were a lot of people paying a weird amount of attention to Merryworth. Secondly, in one of the previous games, I would have climbed up on the balcony to get a better view. But I am thinking about how just trying to climb up here outside, I climbed up on that box. I did the mantle up onto the box. And then Garrett just sort of slid slowly backwards off the box while I was unable to move at all. And I am absolutely worried that like climbing on top of this railing would cause me to just pitch over. Like, it really feels like he's lost precision in his movements in a way that makes it feel unbearably risky to do anything involving any real agility.
Yeah.
So I think that sucks a bunch.
And then third?
I was going to say, something about that exchange just didn't feel right. The writing is very different, but in a way I'm having a hard time putting my finger on.
Yeah.
Okay, Codex of the Admonitions. This will sell for some reason.
I wonder, because I know these are different teams, but they have some overlap. I'm wondering if, like, how the writing was handled on these games.
Yeah, and this is a thing I unfortunately have no detailed information on.
And if it's like a different writer, because it doesn't. It feels like to me also like the mission briefings. They lack the kind of juice, the kind of energy.
Yeah.
That was in the previous games. And like I understand that some elements, like some of the musical choices and the kind of way the cutscenes were, the mission briefings were done before, like you said, they would be very dated by this time. But they had something to them.
Yeah, there was a character.
And this just feels very bland in some ways. For those elements do. Like parts of the game are still neat.
So I was trying to back away from this guy, into that hallway there, or like into that the edge of that hallway, and I backed into the statue, and it made a hell of a racket. Those things are not fixed to the ground, I guess.
But yeah, you're right. The Wilbur Weston thing was a weird cultural event that I was, one of many people like pulling my hair out about it. I am glad I kind of stopped reading Merryworth, though. It wasn't great for my mental health.
Yeah, it seemed very strange to me because, like, I've never read Merryworth. I've never seen, like, really actually read the words in a Merryworth comic before that. And I was like, this doesn't see. Why does everybody care about this all of a sudden? It seems bad. It seems like not a thing of low quality.
Oh, see, now I think... So I will argue that I got interested in Merryworth when June Brigman took over as the artist. She's a comics artist who had done well, okay.
I'm not reading this out loud. Fuck this.
Yeah,
shit.
no, this looks dumb.
Here it is. You can see all the text. Feel free to read it yourself. It's just it's just Hammerite scripture. We fucking know how the Hammerites are at this point.
But so June Brigman is an extremely talented artist who her original run with Louise Simonson on Power Pack is like really charming, and she does some really charming art, and I think she puts a lot of characterization into Merryworth that the art has lacked previously. That's when I started reading, was when June Brigman took over as the artist.
So you can, in fact, lead over so far that he just falls down. I was testing there whether that would happen. You can see me like doing my calisthenics and stuff. But like when you lean. Oh, cool! I'm in the permanent fall animation. I can't show you anymore. Also, that means I can't jump. What the fuck is wrong with this game?
Can you try looking at your map?
Okay, you think that took me out of it last time? No, that's not it.
Okay.
You can see the shadows of my arms animating.
Yeah.
But you can also see that my legs are not doing anything. Ah, Garrett. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So if I can find a place to fall, it renews his state. But yeah, given that you don't actually move your feet, like you visibly don't move your feet when you do the lean animation, like that other foot's still over there, it is wild. I guess it's like only the far foot is planted because the other one just rotates seamlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can't even lean without actually changing your physical position, which is like the whole point of the thing. It's a way of looking around the corner without having to like move around the corner so that you're visible. And you know where that sacrifice comes from, probably, is the third person mode. Because they wanna make Garrett's body animate in a way that makes sense as a big lean if you're playing in third person mode, which is gonna involve moving the legs. That sucks. I think they made a lot of like bad trade-offs.
Yeah, they made a lot of choices, I think, to try to get a broader audience, and it just they do feel like bad decisions. At least the things that we appreciate about the game are diluted by it, and obviously it didn't result in it becoming some big breakout hit because the studio did close.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that I don't know that those things necessarily are all that linked. Publishers saddle developers with all kinds of insane deals, and
that's true.
I'm not going to say that there's like Hollywood accounting going on, but there are some situations.
Yeah, and I definitely have heard about some studios that are like, they make hit after hit and then just close.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to get downstairs without falling down, and I can't seem to find like a set of steps. Oh, never mind. If I had just gone all the way over here, this is a set of steps. Because we could probably have just jumped down in the church area, but that feels, first of all, very dangerous because there's guys patrolling in there, and secondly, probably pretty loud when all of Garrett's bones break simultaneously. Okay. Do not cut off my head on this day. Something I'm too afraid to remember. Fear never visits the innocent man. Oh, this religion. They have managed to maintain its thoroughly loathsome character.
Yep.
This does not have an obvious mechanism. All right. We will continue downward.
Now, you know how you get around the loud sound of his bones breaking?
Amabel, you're a genius.
Hit yourself with the blackjack.
Okay, this is the door that I knocked those guys out in front of. That's what I thought. That is not water arrowable. I'm just trying to be thorough. We're making decent money already. We need to continue making decent money.
Yeah.
Hello, water arrow. Pretty good, pretty good. This is not actually a well. You can see there's just a bowl in there. It doesn't go down.
Didst I see mine error? Ah, when mine hands already didst labor to set things aright.
What does this say? All brethren must receive the blessing of High Priest Greetus before morning. Yep, summon Greetus with the chapel bell. This is information we have. Until thy own flesh is purified, speak not to greet us with thine own tongue, but use instead the iron tongue of the bell. Alright, so this should take me into that, into the big church chamber. Because I could see that there's shiny stuff. I am here to loot. How many guards do we have patrolling the area? It looks like maybe just one? Could we possibly be so lucky? The glory of St. Edgar. This is the whole story of St. Edgar. Just real quickly. And the dead were beyond counting. Give praise.
Huh. Yeah, it's really interesting because, like, in our world, Saint Edgar, is Saint Edgar the Peaceful, not known for the dead being beyond counting. So
I did not even know there was a Saint Edgar in the real world.
Yeah. I want to say he was the father of Ethelred the Unready.
Okay.
So he was a king. Like, there are a couple English kings that were Anglo-Saxon kings
On
that
this
were.
St. Edgar's night, let the flame burn without ceasing. Let the builder cleanse my soul as he cleansed the land this night.
I want to get saved by his rock and roll. You hear nothing.
Baby.
Yeah.
Delete his bones for me.
I'm trying. Man's got very fast bones is the thing.
That's the stuff. Thank you.
I've caused his arm to sort of just like... We've constructed a perpetual motion machine. All right. Stealables. Anything else here worth stealing? I'm fairly sure there's no reason to like put out any more of these lights. I mean, we can do that one for free. But nobody else is going to look in here. We've knocked out everyone who enters this chamber from any doorway. Okay, High Priest Greetus doth keep the holy symbol now in his chambers, which we sort of already knew from the fact that there's a way to get him out of his chambers. The holy symbol of the Master Forger hath the imprint of the builder's grace. 'Tis the mark of leadership and hath many other uses. Pray for he who shoulders this burden. Yeah, it sounds terrible. I'll help him with it.
You're so helpful.
I'm very thoughtful.
I agree. I am often saying this. You
Didst
are
thou see?
thoughtful.
Inspector Drept was at service earlier.
'Tis the holy day of St. Edgar. Doth it surprise you? 'Twould be a greater shame to stand missing.
Thou speakest sense, but more and more rare doth he come amongst us. His time is spent out in the city.
The inspector seeketh out sinners and criminals. He canst not do that among our brethren. For who such wouldst he find here?
Ha, 'tis true. But 'tis sad that one of our brethren be such a stranger. Wouldst that he pursue his prayers with such fervor as he pursues his investigation?
When he doth pursue the wicked, he bringeth the justice of the builder to the city. But I wouldst that he would set aside his obsession. This talk of a hag is but children's rhymes and nonsense.
You know, okay, I'm still having a hard time sort of like putting into words the quality of the writing I was missing from the earlier games, but I do feel like that conversation kind of had it. There's also definitely a little bit of it that's just like, it's just like the quality of the voice work. And I think part of the problem is, oh boy, buddy.
Oh.
It's a good thing his bones were deleted.
Yeah, this basically...
Because I think the quality of the voice work in this game on average might be too high.
No, I understand what you mean. Absolutely.
And I know that that sounds like a weird criticism to level.
No, because there's a charm to amateurishness. There's a charm to people who haven't had instincts trained out of them.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at something like early Jim Jarmusch movies.
Oh, here it is. Here it comes again with the Jarmusch. I love you. Please don't stop. Keep it. Keep going.
Have I ever talked to you about Jim Jarmusch before?
Yes.
I don't remember that. Well, in early Jim Jarmusch movies, like, he often uses a lot of amateur actors or musicians who are not necessarily trained in acting.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a very direct quality to the acting that, you know, will register as unskilled, but feels more... I don't want to say naturalistic, because it feels very unnatural. Like the worlds that the characters inhabit feel quite strange and alien and alienated, but it works really well for that. It gives a sense of character. You know, I used to make movies, and they weren't good. You know, but one thing I did in a lot of the movies, I cast my grandmother in them.
Okay.
And she was not a skilled actress, but she had this kind of disarming quality about her that my favorite parts of those movies, I can't really stand to watch them anymore, mostly because I am sometimes in them, and that is, you know, in the before times, it's hard to watch that, but also, you know, because we're bad. But my favorite part with my grandmother in it. Just not just because she's my grandmother, the sentimentality, but because there's just something charming about her performance being without pretense, without any kind of tricks.
Okay, this sucks. This guy was facing that way, and so I went all the way around here to get behind him. And then the moment I got to here, he just turned and put his back against the wall, and he doesn't seem to be unturning. Yeah. And I'm not sure that I can get back over there now that he's looking this way.
Do you have any tools, like a noisemaker arrow?
Yeah, we have noisemaker arrows. Oh, wait, no, he did turn his back again. Well, let's get him. I was gonna say, I think I might be able to just get up onto the boxes, just like keep the post between me and him, and then scramble up out of his line of sight. But he did turn again. It sure seemed like he did that turn just to frustrate me, though.
Yeah. Well,
okay, so the barracks is on the side that the High Priest chamber is on.
Yeah. appreciate your dedication to doing a 100% bones deletion run. No bones go undeleted.
Look, this isn't just about Garrett getting rich. It's about Garrett extending, sort of like shifting the wealth differential between him and his enemies as much as possible. And let me tell you something. Bones is value. You can take that to the bank.
The
Let's
most
see what
valuable thing
Greedus
to
has
me
been
is
up
bones.
to.
What? I cannot find now what 'twas I saw.
He's got like a fire rod. I kind of want to just bludgeon both of them, honestly. But we have to find our moment for that. We do have, of course, noisemakers and flash bombs and stuff, but we can't knock out a guard who has been flashbanged in this game, so I'm trying to be like very careful. Let me try something. If I put a noisemaker into that corner, it just stopped making noise immediately and never made a noise that was anything other than very quiet.
What? 'Tis like nothing I hath heard before. Thou hast betrayed thyself. I hear thee clearly.
I do not believe that guy's going to be able to wield that hammer in a useful way, holding it like that.
Thou art not so silent. I simply follow the noise.
Well, this doesn't seem like it's going to have made it any easier to blackjack them.
There by the shelves.
But I did get to lift that goblet right out from under them, so I guess that's funny.
I actually like the tactics of them facing opposite directions while looking for you. I mean, it sucks for us,
Thou art
but
discovered. Stop the trespasser.
The shield thence from thy foes. I am.
Okay, so two things. First of all,
'Tis done then.
obviously I'm dead. The guard is just using the double overhand hammer attack from Red Steel. The thing I did not expect was that he would use the candle as a weapon. He really caught me off guard there. But secondly, did you see what the caster was doing?
no.
I thought he was going to shoot fireballs at us or something. He magicked up another guard out of thin air.
That's not great.
So that's a thing to know about for later. Yeah, the noisemaker arrow seems like a very bad idea if you are trying to do anything other than draw the guards into a corner for about a second, like a very, very brief window.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this.
I like
We're
it.
totally
when
going
the
to
guy-
get this.
When the guy killed you and he said, "I am thy doom," you can tell he's been practicing that. And that I'm so happy for him that he got to say it.
I bet it felt really cool. I hope it felt really cool. Okay, so you can't like make a little noise and draw their attention. Oh,
Again.
I was gonna go for it there. He turned around instantly.
I let myself jump at naught.
I could just try to kill them. Right? We could
Yeah.
just like pump a bunch of arrows into this room. Or like flash bomb and stab people to death. But what if this guy is like an interesting plot character?
Your blood will be shed now.
Well, too late. Okay.
Thou a lesson
He
in
does
fight.
cast fireball spells. It takes Garrett
Thy doom.
It takes Garrett so long to switch weapons. Holy shit. I think it was like a full 3 or 4 seconds after I hit the button that he finally got the dagger out. That was brutal.
I wish he had mines. You had mines in the other games, didn't you?
I am blinded.
Trying stuff.
'Tis my life.
Okay.
What's this? I have 'tis too much.
Okay, so things that we learned. Okay, there. First of all, the last thing we learned, going backwards.
Okay.
First of all, there is a very significant delay between pressing the item button and the item actually getting thrown. Because I was looking down in front of us when I hit the button to throw that flash bomb, and it would have thrown then in the previous game, but it didn't throw until I looked up in this game. So that's bad.
Okay.
Thing the second, it takes longer for Garrett to switch weapons than the amount of time that a flash bomb lasts on a guard in this game. If you're going to do the thing I just did, draw your knife first. But the most important thing is, did you see how weird and uneven the effect of the flash bomb was? I threw it in such a way, it went way further than I was expecting. So I threw it in such a way that the bald guy didn't actually see it. It only landed in front of the guard. And it affected the guard immediately, and I was like, oh no, the other dude won't be affected because he had his back to it. But it did hit him. It just hit him like a second later, and it seemed to last for a much longer time on him. So these things are very unpredictable in this game.
Yeah.
Also, I stabbed the dude once, and he did a, oh no, I'm surprised animation where he kind of stepped back, and him taking a quarter step back in animation was enough to make the second dagger swipe miss because the range on this weapon is so short. There's a lot of stuff here making you kind of not want to use your flash bombs because they put everybody in combat mode, and you can't win combats.
I guess the idea would be use the flash bomb and then run past them.
Yeah, you just gotta run. I don't know. It's a set of decisions they're allowed to make for sure.
Yeah.
Not one I would recommend. So we might just be out of luck here. Hold on, I'm gonna put that light out. I can't do anything about the major light source in the room, unfortunate.
Okay, I still don't have the stream.
Oh my god, I have to keep feeding it to you every time anything happens. I forgot. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
There you go. Uh-oh.
If thou finds anything, call out.
No, 'tis not.
Got him.
Yeah.
So the core there, the most important thing was I stole that goblet, I stole that chalice off the table, and they noticed. The guy was like, something is missing, and they went into search mode, but I didn't have to make any noise or give my position away to make it happen.
Okay.
That's our holy symbol. Okay, Brother Roland hath secured the chalice in the factory. I have destroyed the stamped gear as instructed. Another canst be made in the stamping machine, but even a stamped gear is not without thy holy symbol to open the cage. Interesting. Well, we do have the holy symbol now. I mean, we didn't go into the factory because I didn't want to change maps yet, but we're going to check out the factory for sure, right? That's the thing I intend to do. Twice in the span of this week hath I spied Brother Reginald pass by the statue of Saint Edgar without pause to say a prayer of thanksgiving. So that he may achieve penitence with toil in the builder's name, I hath sent him to work a doubled shift at the factory. Also, a matter of doctrine. I know how to read words. Knowest thou of the smaller effigy of Saint Edgar that the Lady Warwick hath bestowed on us? Does this artifact also require the recitation of the prayer? I shall secure it near my bed in the bunk room till I hear back from thee. Roland in the barracks. So the barracks is also a separate map. We also saw it. We will. Here, I'm trying to get on top of this. Yep, and I slid off. It is so much harder to climb on stuff in this game. Garrett, just get up. Jesus. Okay. Now we will open it. Yeah, I have to say, I do not like... the combat thing is like a characterization decision. It feels like the increased amount of clumsiness, the fact that Garrett won't just like climb on stuff or jump off of things cleanly, it doesn't feel as intentional.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to imagine why it would be intentional.
Yeah.
I can't actually see in this box. Oh, hello. Well, that's quite an object. High Priest Gretus, thou hast served tirelessly these 20 years to impart thy wisdom to the world. Indeed, there has been no initiate to leave St. Edgar's without the mark of thine own particular brand of teaching blazoned in the stripes upon their backs. In recognition thereof, this token a jeweled cat o' nine tails. That's really something. What a way to be. Okay. So these have become unavoidable. Still at least 60% of the loot. We gained a lot of objectives here. Okay, acquire an unstamped gear in the factory, stamp it using the stamping machine and the holy thing, also the builder's chalice, which is why we need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, pretty straightforward. Is this anything? It seems not to be. Drop it on the rug where it will make the least noise. All right, well, you know what? Before we get in any more trouble,
yeah,
maybe that's a good place to leave it. We managed to pick up the initial thing we came here for. We have discovered that there is yet more value to be had. And also, we've discovered that Garrett has remembered what his job is. And there is other stuff that we need to steal before he will allow us to exercise our agency to leave. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we are going to be doing a bunch of map switching. Hopefully, it's all going to go smoothly. From a technical perspective, I feel like the game was smoother this time for the most part. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to, not invoke the loading screen as much, which is to say die horribly.
Yeah. Nice if we didn't do that.
Thank you. It was a good strat. Why didn't you tell me this earlier? So come back next time for me trying to stick to that plan, and we'll see you then.